Good morning. It is super early this morning and I am working on this project. Excuse me. It's called A-OK Patterns, Round and Round, a division of Quilting Tia Quiltworks. You can go online to quiltingtia.com. I spoke to the designer. I had permission to do this tutorial. She is a very nice lady. She has an extensive website. And this particular pattern was bought at Carmen's Quilt Shop. I can't give you any measurements as it's not my pattern, but you know, I could show you what I'm doing. Why not, right? I hope everyone's having a great morning and I'm excited. It's come together really quick so far. So I have already made some of the blocks and I have all this is my first border and it says large scale first border, my medium border, which is the third border, and I have my squares all cut out, ready to go for this quilt to be laid out on my design wall. And I have my first block here already made. It's a 9-patch, but it depends on where the fabric placement is. Excuse me, I woke up this morning completely all with something. And then we have the next block. Excuse me. And then the next block. So I have everything labeled because I'm finding everything with this pattern needs to be labeled. So this is block D, block C, and block B. I will be working on block A. But before I do block A, I am going to actually show you, and everything in here, in these directions, is clearly a diagram, like clearly a diagram. They're fantastic. And also they clearly have directions as well. So really clear. So I really do feel this is an easy beginner quilt. So now I'm making a strip set. When you have to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different strip sets with different placement of fabric. Now with block A, I'll be using this strip set, which I've made, and this strip set that I've already made and cut into sections. The next strip set I need to make is, let's see, I have to go back, is this one where I have this color in mine and then this color. So in order to do the strip sets, I ironed and cut my strips to the size that's in the pattern. I'm going to put the 2 strips together and both sides, the right sides in, so that the wrong sides are out. And I'm going to come in and just start. And I do line everything up. 1/4 inch seam. Now it doesn't tell you whether it's scant or quarter. Actually, believe it or not, did it say? I don't think it did when I read. I just do everything a little bit like a scant 1/4 inch because I could always trim if it comes out big, but it really hasn't. So. And then I stop, I double check my strip, and then I go. As you can see, my machine's doing much better. I don't know, it had something to do with the thread. happy that this week I did end up finishing up all my bindings. I had, I think, seven or eight quilts that need binding, and I did get that accomplished this week, so I was happy about that. So now I have my strip. I've sewn it. I am going to go over to the iron out of your way because my little iron that I normally have here, it's just too much for this strip. I so far have been pressing to the dark. Again, no pressing instructions. I'm not pressing everything open. I'm going to see how things lay. But so far, initially, I'm pressing to the dark. I'm coming right back. My iron is nice and hot. I'm setting my seams in case if anybody was wondering. And I'm pressing to the dark. Here we go. And we are done. And now the next strip that goes on here is this strip right here. So now I'm going to line up all my selvages here, and we are going to add this strip to the bunch. There we go. I'm going to do this 1/4 inch. And anytime I see any of the bottom peek out, I just readjust. Here we go. And I'm almost there. And I guess what I'm saying, I press towards the dark. I should say I'm pressing towards my green fabric. I figured if I pressed everything towards the green fabric, everything would nest. And so far, everything has. But putting it together, I don't know. Let's see. But by me pressing everything to the green side, everything has nested just beautifully and laid flat. All right, so I have my next one. So as you can see, I pressed towards the green. I'm going to do the same with this so that they're going to be inside. So I'm pressing. You don't have to. Some people will do a whole strip set and press. I find it easier to do it this way. So let me go. And of course, I'm always setting my seam. And carefully over, making sure I don't stretch anything in a weird way. And there we go. Here we go here. One important thing I forgot to tell you is when I first put on the first strip, let's say I put on this strip here and ran it through the machine, ironed it, I flipped it over and then I put the other one so that I sewed the other way so that everything kind of stays straight, because sometimes these strip sets will bow like a U or give you a curve, and that's because you always are starting on the top of the same row. So you're starting to sew here and you're starting to sew here and you're starting to sew here. What you should do is you could do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Please, I am not the quilt police, but for me, I find that if I sew this way and then put this strip and I sew it that way, I get better results. Of course, you do what you want. It's your quilt. What makes you happy? So now I have my strip set right here. And I'm going to move you and the camera, and I'm going to show you how I cut these strip sets into the pieces that is listed in the pattern. And I'm moving everything. Oops. I wasn't supposed to show you that. I don't think I was showing you anything important anyway, but. All right. Hi there. So now we have our strip set. Let's see. I probably need to put you. Let's see. Do I need to put you further down? There we go. So here's the strip set, and watch this. Here is my Stripology XL, and I'm going to fix my strip, my table. I'm going to grab my Stripology ruler, and there are lines here, and these lines I use to guide me. I make sure they're on the seam, make sure everything else looks about right, make sure my 0 line is here, and that I have enough to cut off. So I know where I need to be. There are these. They actually gave me these when I bought, well, I shouldn't say gave me because they didn't give me anything, but I mean, when I bought this at the quilt show, they had bundles, and I chose this bundle, and it came with these stickers, and I've never used them actually, so I'm going to use them today. So I'm going to find where I need to cut on my Stripology ruler to kind of help me straight. And there's 3 different colors, so that's helpful. All right. Now that I put those on my ruler, I'm going to go ahead and cut. And now I start at the 0 line and cut, and everywhere I have my purple arrows, I just go ahead and cut through. This ruler is quite the investment. It really is. But because I strip piece quite a bit, it really does help me out. So I take my little piece, my end piece, and I go ahead and cut the amount that is needed. And there we go. I come in here from my ruler back, and I'm lining everything up. So I normally line the top of this fabric along one of the lines of my mat. Then I come in and drop this on the, on the actual sewing line, this black line. I check over here where it's my 0 point, and I am all set. I start at 0 to trim off what little bit again, and I just come across. And then that's my tail end of my scraps, and I put that here. And now I'm just picking up all my pieces. I have all my pieces cut. Now, if you don't have a Stripology ruler, or it's not affordable to you, I have this. This is what I had prior to the Stripology ruler. It's a June Taylor shape cut. This works just as well. I will say, because these are so expensive, I've had this forever. If I had to say, after using both, which one I actually like better, I will say I do find that this Creative Grids Stripology ruler is definitely worth the money. But you know what? This got me through, I don't know, 20 plus years, and it works great, or 10 plus years, I don't remember. And it works great as well. All right, so now I have my strips, and we are gonna go back. We are gonna go back. There we are. I'm back. Hi. Oh, I don't need that. So the next step is moving all my fabric again. And if you have a design, like one of those little boards, so I had one little one here. Oh, here it is. I just made it myself. This here, all I did was take a piece of dollar store foam board. I put a piece of batting, and then I actually just put some great like not masking tape, duct tape, fun duct tape. That's what I did. You can buy them pre-made already. But this was my cheap way of doing it on saving money on these, because I think these are like $15 or $16, maybe even $20, I don't know. So now I'm going to set these blocks the way it is in the pattern. So I'm setting that one there, and this one here, which I just sewed, and this one. And now I have that. Let me see. I actually want it like this. There we go. So I had a half yard of this fern fabric, which was a brighter green than this one. If you notice, they are, excuse me, they are a little shade off. It's intentional. That's how they came. It was in a half yard bundle that I bought from Carmen's. And so I am now just placing it where, you know, where they diagonal. I don't know how it's going to look in the quilt. It's really going to be a surprise to me, but we're just going to roll with it. So now I have that here, and we are going to take our 2 stacks. So I have put it on there. Now I'm going to transfer it to my machine. I find this is the way it's easiest for me. And I'm going to grab 2, and then as you can see, they nest because I press towards the green. So because I press towards the green, I don't even have to pin because they nest so beautifully. I'm lucky. Sometimes I have to pin to fudge it, but not today. All right. And I just grab 1 and 1. Now my guess is with this quilt that you can make this scrappy. I was thinking about that, like how could I do this if I wanted to make this scrappy? And I got thinking, it was very clear to me that each color, each yardage since there's 5 yards, you can use 5 different colors and just scrappy. So 5 different, so let's say blue. You can take all your blue scraps, and the blue scraps can be all different color blue scraps, right? It could be something of like a controlled scrappy quilt. But yes, I was thinking that you could do all 1 yard of all different scrappy blues, 1 yard of all scrappy greens, 1 yard of all scrappy whatever colors you chose. And follow the same pattern, but just using your scrappy stash. But I do have, and as you could see, I had the greens were really 2 half-yard cuts for that one, to equal that 1 yard for that part of the quilt. So there are ways to do this, and we are almost there with this. Yep. And what we're making basically is a 9 patch, but speeding it up with strip piecing. And that is how she has you put this quilt together. And the next. Now this is where, let's see, I'm feeling a bump, which means something didn't nest right. There it goes. Sometimes you just have to make it work. I do take the time to check it out. Perfect. All right. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's actually not perfect, but it's perfect for me. I will put this, run this one through. And I will cut this right here to show you what I mean. Actually, it's fine. I thought it was over here, but it actually is fine. And if it was fine. If it bothers you, you take it out. But for me, it was fine. So we're just gonna go with it. Again, I come over here, make sure everything nests, and run it through. Oh boy. I will do the rest of these later because this would be a very long video. And look, I'm using my new Sew Sampler scissors. I'm going to clip right there, and I'm going to take these, let's see, right here, and I'm going to, this is called chain piecing what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and cut in between the threads. And then I'm going to go to the iron, and what I have been doing is pressing towards the center of this block. So let me just go press some of these, not all of them. We're almost there. All right, so I went ahead and pressed, and this is what the front looks like, and this is what the back looks like. And now I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to double check. Yep, there we go. Double check your pattern too, always, because sometimes things get out of place, and then to unpick it all. Oh, here's a long thread. Let me get rid of that. I have a little bin right here. So now I'm going to take these and put that here. And then I will be showing you how they come out. I'm going to do a couple of these so that I can lay out the quilt with you before I go today. Now, if any of you watched my live when we discussed this quilt and the unveiling of the Ultimate Quilty Challenge quilt, I let you all know that I will be on a live on Saturday. So today's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So Saturday, for February 3rd at 10 a.m. on Donnell's channel. Her channel is called Donnell's Stitchery. I challenged her with a panel, so we will be working on a content creator challenge. I'm all excited to start that. I also mentioned that I was going to do a live with my daughter this weekend, but that actually has been postponed. She cannot come this weekend due to unforeseeable circumstances. So that will be postponed. And I will let you know more about that. And okay, so I think I have enough that if I iron these, we can start setting them on our design. Now I cut in between the chains. I love this little babe. We got this also in the So Sampler box, the January one. I actually had this already on there. I love them, so I just put it aside for later on. Okay, I'm gonna go in now and I'm gonna press to the center and come back. Almost done there, folks. Here we go. This is now our block A. I'm gonna put them all in the right way. Yes. Okay, so we have our block A. We'll move this for later. And we are gonna go now to the board. And I will be putting this on the page so that I could see where this goes. So for one last time, before I take it down, for those who did not see, let's see, hi. Let's put you back quite a bit. Let's see. Do you see what I see? That sounds like a Christmas song right now. But let's... Here we go. Here is my chicken quilt, my ultimate chicken challenge. Well, quilting challenge, but chicken challenge too. I do need to embroider, so that still needs to happen. But there it is. I love it, love it, love it. And now, guess what? It's going to come down. It's going to come down. So I am going to, before it comes down, I put everything in little packages to let me know what things are. I labeled everything. So I am going to open everything up and lay it out so that we can lay this quilt out together. Oh, the border I don't have to lay out. Oh, but I do need to lay this out. Here we are. And this quilt is coming together very, very quickly. This is a very quick quilt. So I'm going to have my 3 blocks, and then I have my pattern over here to look at. These are my borders, so I'll put that there. So I have block D, B, C, and then the A's that I had just done. So let's put A and B here and C and D there. Now for the very, oh, we need to take this down. There we go. And we'll put this over on the stack on the long arm. Well, I guess because my daughter isn't coming this weekend, I really should be long arming. All right, so we are going to put block A down. So let's go over here. Let's see if I need to probably put you up. All right, yeah. So here's block A. Block A goes down, and then it says light, medium, and large. Okay, so now I need a medium. And you're just following the layout. That's there. And then another one of these, but this time it is rotated. That doesn't look right. Yeah, I guess that is right. Let's see. Why, to me, that doesn't look right, but let me look here. That goes up. Yeah, that's right. See, even I get turned around, so one has to just take your time to put it together. I guess the most time of this quilt is really the layout, right? To carefully lay it out. And then the next one is the same, and it would be laid out like this. See, now this one looks right because this is going this, but for some reason to me, this is going up like that. That's still bothering me. I'm still, oh, now I understand why. I guess it will make sense in a bit. So now I have that one. So I have 1, 2, 3, and then the next one, which is this one here. And I feel like I'm going up instead of. And then another one of these, and that goes like this. Okay, so maybe this is doing what that is there. All right, now we're next to the next one. I say all right now all the time. I'm sorry if it annoys some. Right here, I'm going to put this block according to the pattern. And then I am taking a block A again and setting it this way. And now I go to the next block. That goes here. And then after that block goes a block C. And a block C goes like this. Okay. Block C, it goes that way. And then we need another light block. And that goes in next. And then after the light block, we have another block A. So that's over here. And that one goes that way. And then another block like this. So there we go. Now we have that. Now I'm on to my third row. And my third row uses another block A. And you know, I've run out of block A's because I didn't do all of them with us. So I just will now I will just start putting with the blocks I have. And as you can see, it's starting to come to shape here. And this is a block B. So now I go to my block B set. And it goes like this. And then this comes in here. And then the next one is another block B. And it comes in here like this. Wow, it's coming to shape. Do you see how this is really coming together? It is coming together beautifully. Now, I don't have another block A to finish that off because I didn't finish them all off. Now I'm going to the 4th row. It is helpful when doing this that you kind of use something to go along. Excuse me, my I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I have no excuses. I have no idea what's going on. All right, so we now have this one. I'm making sure that I place it right. Are you getting to see? I want to see what it looks like, the green chain, because honestly, because I just put them willy-nilly, I really don't know what this little green chain is going to look like. I have a block D this time, and goes in like that, and then I have another one of these. I think I'm starting to get the groove of things, and that goes right here. And then the next one is another block B, and this is why I have everything labeled so I can keep myself together. And after B is another one of these. Now, I'm going to go to the 5th one. The 5th one starts off with a block C. Another one of these. Oh, and this is where all the discussion happened yesterday. So let me get to that. This is a block D. So let's go to the discussion of that. So right here, I thought a yellow one goes here. So this is the center of the quilt. And the center of the quilt is this block right here. I got thinking that I want to maybe put a chicken in the center block and have this all radiate around this one decorative piece. But I opted out not to do that. I opted to go with the pattern because after we left the live, I had decided I am actually just going to make another quilt using all the poppy cotton, some of the poppy cotton prints I have, and that chicken panel, and just make a chicken quilt completely different than this one, because you know what, I love chickens, but maybe not everybody loves chickens, so I don't necessarily think I have to have chickens in every single quilt. I think it's a cute idea, but I do think I'm just going to leave it like this, and that's what I had decided yesterday. I actually, because I was so excited after showing you all my poppy cotton fabric, I got excited. I pulled out another 5-yard quilt from this company, and this is a block B. And I will be using my poppy cotton fabrics. So what's this? Because this says fabric. Oh, block B. Here we go. See, picking up the wrong block. This is why I label everything. Are you seeing this? See how the pattern is coming to life right now? I'm doing another one of these. And this one. And here the center is all coming. It's starting a nice formation. This comes here. And our next block, which is block B, let's see, it's what here. And a light one. It's a couple more rows, bear with me. I know we're at 40 minutes here. You can always fast forward. You don't have to finish the video, even though I'd like you to, just so you can see the finished product, but I understand it's a long video to get to. Now I am going to my next one, and that's block A, which I don't have anymore made up. So we'll go to the next block, which is the next one, a block B, which looks like this. And our last big focal pattern, another one of these. All right, did I miss something? Oh, yes, I did. I need to do a block B. And did I face it right? Yes. Then this, and then another block A, which I don't have. And we will go to the next one, which is here. And this is another block A, a light. So skip that one. A light one comes here. A block C, which is my last one. So now which way does this go? This goes like this. A light one. A block A would go there, and then another one of these would go here. Nope, and I'm gonna put this, so this fabric, before I realized it, is kind of directional. So it actually goes sideways here, which may bother some folks, but I've decided to put all the big pieces going up and down because there are other pieces that are going up and down. So it is what it is. You learn from it. Block A I don't have, then I have a medium. So we'll skip that. Medium goes down at the bottom. Another block A, and then a light goes right underneath. Another block A and a medium. And that's it. So let me show you everything. So I've run out of these blocks, these block A's. I have them to make. You saw me, but I just didn't finish them all. So wherever you see the blanks, it's because it needs a block A that needs to be rotated. But here is the blanket, or the quilt. What am I saying, blanket? The quilt layout. And now all I need to do is come in, and actually everything will nest beautifully because this here, these seams do not need to match here. The only place you need to match is here. So that's good. So the pressing that I use then is to press to the dark. Now when I do this, I will do this row and then press all the seams one way. And so this row, and now press the seams going this way, and then the seams this way, and this way, this way, and this way, and everything will nest. And then what happens is the borders, and the borders for this quilt, I will put them on there for you so you could see them. This is the first border. And the first border, just so you kind of get a look, see, you will see the finished product. The first border comes here, like this. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rotate this one since I'm putting the borders over there. I'm going to rotate this one so there's not an empty space there. All right. So there's the first border. The second border, the second border is this. This is the second border right here. And I have not cut this border because I was still trying to figure out how to cut it. Now I have an idea. So this is the second border because it's a skinny border. Give you the look. And then the next border is this. next border here. And then the last border. I don't have the fabric here. Hold on, let's see where I could find the fabric. Here it is. And the next border is a big chunk of this. And this is what they call the medium scale. And that there, folks, is how that will be sewn. So I will sew this and put this in there. Now, looking back after, you know, seeing everything, I had no idea how this was going to go. I liked the colors together, you know. I love this fabric, and the pink is in here and the red is in here. This is coordinating. So these three are coordinating. These two are not. These two came from my stash. It is what I just received, and I kind of wanted to use it. It had red, it had yellow, it has a little bit of purple in there and white. And so I used it. And then I also wanted some green because this has green in here and a little bit of green here. Now what's interesting is this has some light green and these leaves have like a really dark green. So by me mixing this light and this dark, it kind of shows off the green, dark green in this fern and the lighter green in this fern. You know what? It's not too bad. The ferns are a little distracting to me. After seeing it, the ferns, I'm not going to lie, are a little distracting to me. But I like the colors. And I'm sure someone out there is going to love this quilt. I love this quilt. But, yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me. You're not going to hurt my feelings because this was just, I was just winging it with the fabric I have. I absolutely love the moncheri fabric. That I fell in love with. It just didn't have any green to go with. I wanted green. If you look at it, I think it all is cohesive. If you look at it really closely, you do see all the ferns. I thought by cutting it into these little squares that I wasn't going to see so much fern and just see more green. But yes, ferns are pronounced in here. It's neat. It's different. I'm happy with it. So I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'm going to continue quilting. I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to continue quilting this. I'm so excited to get this done and show you my next quilt. And so have a fabulous day. Take care of yourself, you guys. Oh, look at this. I'm awfully dark. I forgot to put this on. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. And, you know, enjoy your sewing time. Enjoy your sewing time. And if you're cold, keep warm. If you're hot, get cold. I mean, because I have followers from everywhere. So have a fabulous day. Please make sure if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, comment. I want to hear all about your adventures, not only mine. Even if in the comments you're telling me about something that has nothing to do with this video, that is totally okay with me because I love to hear about you. Oh, wait a second. I do have something to do, but I'll show you in the next video. And it is a package I got from a subscriber, and I will open it up the next time when we hopefully show off this quilt and show you my next quilt that I'll be using poppy cotton fabric with. So have a fabulous day. Bye. And don't forget, I'll be on a live on Saturday with Darnell at Darnell's Stitchery. Bye.